The impossible ship hung suspended in the Inkai depths, its metal hull untarnished by millions of years of submersion. Dr. Kai Monroe blinked hard, certain his eyes were playing tricks on him. But the image on the submersible's view screen remained unchanged. The massive vessel before him defied explanation, its sleek lines and advanced design unlike anything humanity had ever created. "Luna, are you seeing this?" Kai's voice was barely above a whisper, as if speaking too loudly might cause the apparition to vanish. "I'm seeing it, but I don't believe it," Luna Hayes replied, her voice crackling through the comm system. "The scans confirm it's real, Kai, and it's not alone." As if on cue, the submersible's external lights flickered to life, light the surrounding waters. Kai's breath caught in his throat. Stretching out into the darkness, as far as the eye could see, were more ships. Hundreds, perhaps thousands of them, all in perfect formation. "It's a fleet," Kai murmured, awe and disbelief warring in his mind. An entire battle fleet, hidden in the Mariana Trench. Luna's excited voice filled the cramped cockpit. "The energy signatures we detected, they're coming from these ships. Kai, do you realize what this means?" Before Kai could respond, a tremor ran through the submersible. Warning lights flashed across the control panel. "What's happening?" Kai asked, his hands flying over the controls. "I don't know," Luna replied, her voice tense. "Something's interfering with our systems. It's like the fleet is waking up." As if in response to Luna's words, the impossible ship before them began to move. Lights flickered to life along its hull, pulsing with an eerie blue glow. Kai watched in stunned silence as a massive door began to open in the ship's side. "Kai," Luna's voice was barely audible over the alarms now blaring in the submersible. "I think it wants us to go inside." Kai's mind raced. Everything he knew about science, about history, about the limits of human technology told him this was impossible. Yet the evidence was right in front of him. A million-year-old fleet of advanced ships, hidden in Earth's oceans, now coming to life. As the submersible began to move, pulled by some unseen force towards the open door of the alien ship, Kai realized that the world as he knew it was about to change forever. Whatever secrets this ancient fleet held, he was about to uncover them. And he couldn't shake the feeling that these long-hidden ships were awakening just in time. For what, he didn't know. But deep in his gut, Kai sensed that humanity was going to need every advantage it could get in the near future. The submersible crossed the threshold into the impossible ship, and darkness enveloped them. Darkness gave way to a soft, ambient light as Kai and Luna's submersible glided into a vast docking bay. The chamber was easily large enough to house a dozen aircraft carriers, yet it hummed with an eerie silence. "Luna, are you still there?" Kai's voice wavered slightly as he tapped his communication device. "I'm here," she responded, her voice tinged with awe. "Kai, these readings, they're off the charts. The technology in this ship, it's beyond anything we've ever encountered." As if responding to their presence, a series of lights light a path leading from the submersible to a large, oval doorway. Kai hesitated, his scientific curiosity warring with caution. "We should wait for backup," he muttered, more to himself than to Luna. "Backup?" Luna scoffed. "Kai, we're inside a million-year-old spaceship at the bottom of the ocean. By the time anyone believes us and gets here, we'll be old and gray. We have to explore." Kai knew she was right. Taking a deep breath, he opened the submersible's hatch and stepped out onto the ancient deck. The air was crisp and clean, defying the logic of being trapped underwater for eons. Each step Kai took triggered soft light in the floor, guiding him toward the doorway. He approached cautiously, half expecting some ancient defense mechanism to activate. Instead, the door slid open silently, revealing a corridor that stretched far into the ship's interior. Kai's heart raced as he stepped through, feeling like the first explorer in a new world. "Luna, I'm heading deeper in. The ship seems to be guiding me somewhere." "Be careful, Kai. I'm still analyzing the data from here, but something's not adding up. This technology, it's advanced, yes, but it also feels familiar somehow. Kai frowned at Luna's words but pressed on. The corridor led him to what appeared to be a control room. As he entered, holographic displays sprang to life around him, filling the air with swirling patterns of light and incomprehensible symbols. "This is incredible," Kai breathed, reaching out to touch one of the displays. To his surprise, it responded to his touch, expanding and revealing what looked like star charts. Suddenly, a deep rumble reverberated through the ship. Kai stumbled, catching himself on a nearby console. "Luna, what's happening?" "Kai, you need to get out of there now," Luna's voice was urgent. "The entire fleet is activating. Energy levels are spiking across all ships." Before Kai could respond, a new voice filled the room, deep and resonant, speaking in a language he didn't understand. Yet, somehow, he grasped its meaning. "Descendants of Earth, hear me. The great enemy approaches. The Guardians awaken. Prepare for war." As the voice faded, Kai felt a sudden, searing pain in his head. Images flashed before his eyes, vast armadas clashing in the void of space, planets shattering, and a darkness spreading across the galaxy. When the vision cleared, Kai found himself on his knees, gasping for breath. He looked up at the holographic displays with new understanding. The star charts, the ship designs, even the language, it was all suddenly familiar. "Luna," he said, his voice shaking. "I think I know why this technology feels familiar. It's not alien, it's human. We're not the first civilization to rise on Earth, and we're not alone in the universe." As if to punctuate his revelation, alarms began blaring throughout the ship. On the displays, a new image appeared, a massive fleet of unknown ships, entering the solar system. The ancient Guardians had awakened, but would they be enough to face what was coming? Kai's mind reeled as he processed the implications of his discovery. The ship shuddered around him, ancient systems roaring to life after millions of years of dormancy. "Luna, we need to alert the surface," Kai said urgently, his eyes darting between the holographic displays. "Whatever's coming, Earth needs to be prepared." "I've been trying," Luna's voice crackled through the calm, tinged with frustration. "But something's blocking all outgoing signals. We're cut off down here." A new hologram materialized in front of Kai, displaying a tactical overview of Earth's solar system. Red dots representing the incoming alien fleet blinked ominously, drawing closer to the blue sphere of Earth. "They'll be here in less than 48 hours, Kai muttered, his scientific mind automatically calculating the speed and trajectory of the approaching ships. The deep, resonant voice spoke again, this time in perfect English. "Dr. Kai Monroe, you have been chosen." Kai spun around, searching for the source of the voice. "Chosen? For what? Who are you?" "I am the Nexus, the central AI of this fleet. We are the legacy of those who came before, the Guardians left behind to protect Earth from the great enemy." "The Crinarians," Kai whispered, the name surfacing from the flood of information that had been implanted in his mind. "Yes," the Nexus confirmed. "They have returned to finish what they started millions of years ago. The destruction of all sentient life in this galaxy." Kai's head spun with questions. "But why me? Why now?" "You possess a unique genetic marker, Dr. Monroe, a lineage that traces back to the original commanders of this fleet. Only you can fully interface with our systems and lead us into battle." The absurdity of the situation wasn't lost on Kai. He was a marine archaeologist, not a military commander. "I don't know the first thing about leading a fleet or fighting a war. The knowledge you need is already within you, unlocked by your contact with our systems. But time is short. You must decide now. Will you take command and fight to save your world?" Before Kai could respond, Luna's panicked voice cut through the calm. "Kai, something's happening to the submersible. It's changing." On one of the displays, Kai saw their small vessel transforming, sleek armor plates sliding into place, weapon systems emerging from hidden compartments. "Your friend's craft is being upgraded," the Nexus explained. "She will be vital in the coming battle." Kai took a deep breath. feeling the weight of responsibility settling on his shoulders. He thought of his life on the surface, of the billions of people going about their daily lives, unaware of the threat looming above them. "I'll do it," he said firmly. "Tell me what I need to do." The control room shifted around him, consoles rising from the floor, a command chair materializing in the center. As Kai sat down, he felt a surge of information flood his mind. Battle strategies, ship capabilities, the history of a war fought millions of years ago, all became clear to him. "Luna," he called out, his voice steady with newfound confidence. "How are you holding up?" I think I'm okay," she replied, sounding shaken but determined. "Kai, this is insane. Are we really about to fight an alien invasion?" "We are," Kai confirmed, his fingers dancing over holographic controls with practiced ease. "And we're going to win. The fate of Earth depends on it." As if responding to his words, the ancient fleet began to move. Thousands of ships rose from the ocean depths, breaking the surface in a display that would be visible from space. Humanity's last line of defense was awakening. The battle for Earth was about to begin. The sky above the Pacific Ocean erupted into chaos as the ancient fleet breached the surface. Massive ships, their hulls gleaming with an otherworldly sheen, rose from the depths in perfect formation. The sight was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Inside the command ship, Kai worked feverishly at the controls, his mind processing vast amounts of tactical data. "Luna, status report on your vessel," he called out, his voice steady despite the pressure. "It's incredible," Luna replied, her voice filled with wonder. "The submersible has transformed into some kind of advanced scout ship. I've got weapon systems, stealth capabilities, and engines that could probably take me to Mars in a matter of hours." "Good," Kai nodded, though Luna couldn't see him. "We're going to need every advantage we can get. The Crinarians will be entering the solar system any minute now." As if on cue, alarms blared throughout the ship. The tactical display lit up with hundreds of red dots appearing just beyond the orbit of Neptune. "They're here," the Nexus announced, its artificial voice tinged with what almost sounded like anticipation. Kai took a deep breath, steeling himself for what was to come. "Nexus, open a channel to Earth's military commands. They need to know what's happening." "Channel open," the AI responded after a moment. "This is Dr. Kai Monroe," Kai began, his voice echoing across military communications worldwide. "I know this will sound incredible, but Earth is about to come under attack by an alien force known as the Crinarians. The fleet you see rising from the Pacific Ocean is humanity's ancient defense system, left behind by our predecessors millions of years ago. We are your allies, and right now, we're the best hope for the survival of our species." There was a moment of stunned silence before the channels erupted with questions and demands for explanation. Kai cut through the chaos with a tone of authority he didn't know he possessed. "There's no time for debate. The enemy will be upon us in hours. I'm transmitting data on their capabilities and weaknesses now. Prepare your forces and evacuate coastal cities near the Pacific. This is not a drill." As Kai spoke, the ancient fleet continued to rise. Thousands of ships now hovered above the ocean's surface, their energy signatures causing worldwide technological disruptions. "Luna," Kai called out, "I need you to be our eyes and ears. Your ship is equipped with advanced stealth tech. Get out there and gather as much intel on the Crinarian fleet as you can." "On it," Luna replied, her voice determined. Kai watched on the tactical display as her small ship shot away from the fleet, quickly disappearing from all sensors. "Nexus, begin deployment. Spread the fleet out to cover as much of Earth's orbit as possible. We need to create a defensive line that can withstand their initial assault." As the ships began to move into position, rising up through the atmosphere, Kai couldn't help but feel a sense of unreality. Just days ago, he had been a simple marine archaeologist. Now, he was commanding a fleet of ancient superweapons in defense of the entire planet. The tactical display updated, showing the Crinarian fleet accelerating towards Earth. Their numbers were staggering, easily matching the ancient fleet ship for ship. They'll be in weapons range in 20 minutes, the Nexus informed him. Kai nodded, his mind racing through battle strategies he somehow knew by heart. Prepare all weapons, charge the main cannons, and Nexus. Let's show these Crinarians why they should have finished the job the first time around. As the two massive fleets drew closer, the fate of humanity hung in the balance. The battle that was about to unfold would determine the future of not just Earth, but potentially the entire galaxy. And at the center of it all was Kai Monroe, a reluctant commander thrust into a war millions of years in the making. The vast expanse of space above Earth's atmosphere crackled with energy as the ancient human fleet and the Crinarian armada faced off. Kai's fingers danced over holographic controls, issuing commands with a fluidity that belied his newfound role. "Luna, report," Kai called out, his eyes fixed on the tactical display showing the enemy's approach. "I'm at the edge of their fleet," Luna's voice came through, tense but steady. "Kai, they're ships. They're like nothing we've ever seen. Organic and mechanical, almost alive." The Nexus chimed in. "Analysis confirms. Crinarian technology has evolved significantly since our last encounter, adjusting battle strategies accordingly." Kai nodded, processing the information. "Luna, fall back to a safe distance. We're about to light up the sky." As Luna's scout ship retreated, Kai took a deep breath. "All ships, this is Commander Monroe. Engage at will. For Earth." The space between the fleets erupted in a dazzling display of advanced weaponry. Beams of energy crisscrossed the void, while swarms of smaller craft engaged in dogfights that defied the laws of physics as humanity understood them. Kai's flagship shuddered as it unleashed its main cannon, a lance of pure energy that cut through several Crinarian vessels. But the alien ships were quick to respond, their weapons tearing through the ancient fleet's defenses. "Nexus, status report," Kai shouted over the din of battle alarms. "We've destroyed 15% of their fleet, but we've lost 22% of ours," the AI responded. "Their adaptive shielding is proving more effective than anticipated." Kai's mind raced, sifting through tactical options. "Luna, are you seeing any weaknesses?" "Maybe," Luna's voice crackled through. "Their ships seem to be connected somehow. When one takes damage, the others react. It's like a hive mind." A plan began to form in Kai's mind. "Nexus, can we use our communication arrays to disrupt their network?" "Affirmative," the AI replied. "Reconfiguring now." Kai turned his attention to the fleet-wide channel. "All ships, concentrate fire on these coordinates. We're going to hit them with everything we've got." As the human fleet focused its assault, Kai watched the tactical display with bated breath. Suddenly, a massive energy pulse erupted from his flagship, washing over the Crinarian armada. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, chaos erupted among the enemy ships. They began to move erratically, colliding with one another, their coordinated attack falling apart. "It's working," Luna exclaimed. "Their hive mind is disrupted." Kai allowed himself a small smile. "All ships, press the advantage. Take them out while they're disorganized." The tide of battle shifted dramatically. The ancient human fleet, though outnumbered, began to tear through the confused Crinarian forces. Ships exploded in silent bursts of light, debris scattering across Earth's orbit. As the last of the Crinarian ships fell, a cheer erupted across the communication channels. Kai slumped in his chair, exhaustion and relief washing over him. "We did it," he breathed. "We actually did it?" Luna's voice came through, filled with awe. "Kai, you should see this. The view of Earth from up here, it's beautiful." As Kai pulled up the visual feed, he was struck by the sight of his home planet, peaceful and blue against the backdrop of space. The ancient fleet hung in orbit, silent guardians once more. "Nexus," Kai said softly, "send a message to Earth. Tell them the war is over. We've won." As the realization of their victory sank in, Kai knew that this was just the beginning. humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, one filled with wonders and dangers beyond imagination, and he, along with Luna and this ancient fleet, would be there to guide them. The stars beckoned, and for the first time in millions of years, humanity was ready to answer their call. Kai stood on the observation deck of the flagship, gazing out at the Earth below. The battle had ended hours ago, but the aftermath was still unfolding. Debris from destroyed ships glittered in the planet's orbit, a stark reminder of the conflict that had nearly annihilated humanity. "It's hard to believe, isn't it?" Luna's voice broke the silence as she joined him at the viewport. "Yesterday, we were just scientists. Now we're the defenders of Earth," Kai finished, his voice tinged with a mix of pride and disbelief. The Nexus's voice echoed through the chamber. "The world's governments are demanding explanations, Dr. Monroe. They're struggling to comprehend the events of the past 24 hours. Kai nodded, unsurprised. "I imagine they are. Prepare for planetary broadcast. It's time we told them everything." As the AI complied, Kai turned to Luna. "Ready to make history?" She smiled nervously. "As ready as I'll ever be." Moments later, Kai found himself addressing not just military leaders, but the entire population of Earth. His image was being transmitted to every screen on the planet. "People of Earth," he began, his voice steady despite the enormity of the moment. "My name is Dr. Kai Monroe. Yesterday, I was a marine archaeologist. Today, I stand before you as the commander of humanity's ancient guardian fleet." He paused, letting the weight of his words sink in. "The ships you've seen emerging from our oceans and defending our planet are not alien in origin. They are ours, built by our ancestors millions of years ago, left behind to protect us from a threat they knew would one day return." Kai went on to explain about the Crinarians, the previous war that had nearly wiped out human civilization, and how their ancestors had sacrificed everything to give future generations a fighting chance. "We've won this battle," he continued, "but the war may not be over. The universe is vast, filled with wonders and dangers we're only beginning to understand. But we're not alone. We have the knowledge and technology of those who came before us, and the indomitable spirit that has always defined humanity." As he spoke, Kai could feel a shift in the atmosphere. The initial fear and confusion were giving way to a sense of awe and determination. "We stand at a crossroads," Kai said, his voice growing passionate. "We can choose to hide, to bury our heads in the sand and pretend the universe isn't out there. Or we can choose to embrace our destiny, to reach for the stars and take our place among them." He gestured to the fleet around him. "These ships, this technology, it's not just a weapon, it's a key to unlocking the secrets of our past and the potential of our future. With it, we can explore the galaxy, establish colonies on distant worlds, and ensure the survival of our species." Kai took a deep breath, knowing his next words would shape the course of human history. "I'm asking you, all of you, to join us, to be part of something greater than ourselves. Together, we can build a future where humanity doesn't just survive, but thrives among the stars." As he concluded his speech, Kai could almost feel the surge of excitement and determination sweeping across the planet. Humanity had been thrust into a new era, and they were rising to meet it head-on. Luna placed a hand on his shoulder, her eyes shining with pride and anticipation. "So, Commander," she said with a grin, "where do we go from here?" Kai looked out at the stars, a universe of possibilities stretching out before them. "Everywhere, Luna," he replied, a smile spreading across his face. "We go everywhere." As the ancient fleet hung in orbit, silent sentinels guarding their home, humanity began to prepare for its greatest adventure yet. The age of exploration had dawned anew, and this time the playground was infinite. The stars had once seemed so far away. Now they were within reach, and humanity was ready to grasp them. The days following Kai's global address were a whirlwind of activity. Earth's governments, once divided, now worked together with unprecedented cooperation. The threat of alien invasion and the revelation of humanity's ancient legacy had united the planet in ways previously unimaginable. Kai found himself at the center of it all, shuttling between the fleet and various Earth-based command centers. Today, he stood before the newly formed United Earth Council, a hastily assembled body of world leaders tasked with guiding humanity's response to their new reality. Dr. Monroe, began the council's chairwoman, her voice echoing through the grand chamber. Your actions saved our world, but they've also irrevocably changed it. We need to know what comes next. Kai took a deep breath, acutely aware of the weight of his words. What comes next is up to us. The Crinarians have been defeated, but they're not the only threat out there. We need to prepare, not just for defense, but for our future among the stars. He gestured to Luna, who stepped forward with a holographic projector. With a flick of her wrist, a 3D map of the solar system appeared, dotted with glowing points of light. These, Kai explained, are the locations of dormant shipyards and research facilities left behind by our ancestors. With the Nexus's help, we've begun reactivating them. They're the key to expanding our fleet and advancing our technology. Murmurs of excitement rippled through the assembly. A gruff-voiced general spoke up. And what of the Crinarian threat? Can we expect retaliation? Kai nodded gravely. It's a possibility we can't ignore. The Nexus believes the force we defeated was just a scouting party. There may be more coming, which is why we need to act quickly. He waved his hand, and the hologram shifted to show a series of planets beyond the solar system. These are habitable worlds within our reach. I propose we establish colonies, spread humanity out among the stars. It's the best way to ensure our survival as a species. The council chamber erupted into heated discussion. Kai could see the mix of fear, excitement, and determination on the faces around him. This was a pivotal moment in human history, and everyone knew it. As the debate raged on, Luna leaned in close to Kai. They're scared, she whispered. Can you blame them? Kai shook his head slightly. No, but fear can't dictate our actions. Not anymore. He raised his voice, silencing the chamber. I understand your concerns. What I'm proposing isn't easy. It's not safe. But staying here, hoping we'll be left alone, that's not an option anymore. We've been given a second chance, a head start our ancestors fought and died for. We owe it to them, and to future generations, to seize this opportunity. Kai's words seemed to resonate with the assembly. The chairwoman leaned forward, her eyes intense. What do you need from us, Dr. Monroe? Everything, Kai replied without hesitation. Every resource, every brilliant mind. We need to unite not just in governance, but in purpose. The fleet can provide the means, but it's up to all of us to build the future. As the council members nodded in agreement, Kai felt a surge of hope. The path ahead would be challenging, filled with unknown dangers and difficult decisions, but for the first time, he truly believed humanity was ready to face it. There's one more thing, Kai added, his voice softening. We need volunteers, people willing to be the first to step out into the unknown, to establish our first extraterrestrial colonies. To his surprise, hands began to raise throughout the chamber. World leaders, generals, scientists all volunteering to be part of this grand endeavor. As the meeting adjourned, Luna caught up with Kai in the hallway. Well, that went better than expected, she said with a grin. Kai nodded, a mix of relief and determination on his face. It's a start. We've got a long way to go, but at least now we're all moving in the same direction. As they walked towards the waiting shuttle that would take them back to the fleet, Kai couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation. The future was uncertain, filled with both promise and peril. But one thing was clear, humanity was about to embark on its greatest adventure yet. The stars awaited, and this time they were ready. 6 months had passed since the Crinarian attack, and Earth had transformed. The skyline of every major city now featured the sleek silhouettes of ancient technology merged with modern architecture. Shipyards, once used for ocean-going vessels, now constructed spacecraft designed to traverse the cosmos, Kai stood on the bridge of the flagship, now officially christened the Terra Nova, overseeing the final preparations for humanity's first extrasolar mission. The viewscreen before him showed a bustling lunar base, a testament to how quickly humanity had adapted to its new reality. Final checks complete. Commander, Luna's voice came through the comm system. She had taken to her role as chief engineer with remarkable skill, her innate understanding of the ancient technology proving invaluable. "Thank you, Luna," Kai replied, a mixture of excitement and apprehension in his voice. "Status on the colony ships?" "All green," she responded. "The Nexus has finished uploading the necessary data to their eyes. They're ready to make the jump whenever we are." Kai nodded, taking a deep breath. This was it. The moment humanity would truly step out into the galaxy. "Incoming transmission from Earth Command," the Nexus announced. The viewscreen shifted, showing the face of the United Earth Council chairwoman. "Dr. Monroe," she began, her expression solemn. "On behalf of all humanity, I wish you and your crew Godspeed. The hopes and dreams of our entire species go with you." "Thank you, Madam Chairwoman," Kai replied. "We won't let you down." As the transmission ended, Kai turned to address his crew. Faces both human and holographic looked back at him, ready for his command. "This is the moment we've been preparing for," he began, his voice steady and clear. "What we do today will echo through human history for generations to come. We carry with us not just the legacy of our ancient ancestors, but the future of our entire species." He paused, looking each crew member in the eye. "The journey ahead won't be easy. We'll face challenges we can't even imagine. But I have faith in each and every one of you. Together, we'll forge a new path for humanity among the stars." A chorus of affirmations rang out across the bridge. Kai turned back to the viewscreen, watching as the massive colony ships moved into formation around the Terra Nova. "Nexus, begin the countdown," Kai ordered. "Transmit to all ships." Numbers appeared on the screen, ticking down from 10. As they reached 0, Kai gave the command they'd all been waiting for. "Engage jump drives." In a flash of light that outshone the stars, the fleet vanished from Earth's orbit. Moments later, they reappeared light years away, in orbit around a pristine blue-green world that would become humanity's first extrasolar colony. As the crew erupted in cheers, Kai felt a hand on his shoulder. He turned to see Luna, her eyes shining with unshed tears of joy. "We did it, Kai," she whispered. "We really did it." Kai nodded, his own emotions threatening to overwhelm him. "This is just the beginning, Luna. We have a whole galaxy to explore." As the colony ships began their descent to the planet's surface, Kai knew that this was more than just a new chapter in human history. It was the start of an entirely new book. The ancient guardians had awakened humanity to its true potential, and now, with the cosmos as their canvas, they would paint a future brighter than anyone could have imagined. In the vast expanse of space, a new era of human exploration and discovery had begun. And Kai Monroe, once a simple marine archaeologist, now stood at the helm, ready to guide humanity into its cosmic destiny. The adventure of 1,000,000 years had only just begun. As the first colony ships touched down on the surface of New Terra, as the planet had been christened, Kai watched from the bridge of the Terra Nova with a mixture of pride and trepidation. The lush, blue-green world below promised a new beginning for humanity, but also untold challenges. "Nexus, status report on the landing operations," Kai requested, his eyes never leaving the viewscreen. "All colony ships have successfully landed," the AI responded. "Environmental scans confirm the atmosphere is within acceptable parameters for human habitation. No signs of hostile flora or fauna detected thus far." Kai nodded, allowing himself a small smile. "Good. Luna, how are the terraforming preparations coming along?" Luna's hologram materialized beside him, her expression one of excitement. "Better than expected, Kai. The ancient tech is interfacing seamlessly with our modern equipment. We should be able to start the process within the week." As they discussed the next steps, An urgent alert flashed across the main display. Kai's heart rate spiked as he recognized the signature. It was from Earth. "Incoming transmission from Earth Command," Nexus announced. "Priority Alpha." "Put it through," Kai ordered, straightening his posture. The face of Admiral Ezra Lane, the newly appointed head of Earth's Defense Forces, appeared on screen. His expression was grim. "Commander Monroe, we have a situation," Lane began without preamble. "Our long-range sensors have detected a massive energy signature approaching the solar system. It's the Crinarians. And this time, it's not just a scouting party." Kai felt the blood drain from his face. "How long do we have?" "At their current speed, less than 3 months," Lane replied. "We're mobilizing everything we've got, but—" He trailed off, the implication clear. Earth's defenses, while significantly improved, were not ready for a full-scale invasion. Kai's mind raced, processing the information and formulating a plan. "Admiral, we'll return immediately. The Terra Nova's jump drive can get us back to Earth within hours." Lane shook his head. "Negative, Commander. We need you to stay put." "What?" Kai exclaimed, shocked. "Admiral, with all due respect, Earth needs every ship it can get." "Earth needs a fallback," Lane countered. "If we fail to repel this invasion, New Terra may be humanity's last hope. Your mission now is to prepare for that possibility. Accelerate the colonization efforts. Get those defenses up and running." The weight of the Admiral's words hit Kai like a physical blow. They were preparing for the possibility of Earth's fall. "Understood, Admiral," Kai replied, his voice tight. "We won't let you down." As the transmission ended, a heavy silence fell over the bridge. Luna was the first to break it. "Kai," she said softly, "what are we going to do?" Kai took a deep breath, squaring his shoulders. When he spoke, his voice was filled with determination. "We're going to do exactly what the Admiral ordered, and then some. Luna, I want you to work with the Nexus. Scour every bit of data in the ancient archives. There has to be something there that can help us fight the Crinarians." He turned to address the rest of the crew. "As of this moment, we're on accelerated colonization protocols. I want defensive systems up and running yesterday. We're not just building a colony anymore. We're building humanity's last line of defense." As the crew sprang into action, Kai turned back to the viewscreen, watching as the first human structures began to appear on New Terra's surface. What had started as a mission of exploration had suddenly become a race against time. In the back of his mind, Kai couldn't shake a nagging thought. The ancient fleet, the convenient discovery of their existence just before the Crinarian attack. Was it all part of some greater plan? And if so, what role were they really playing in this cosmic drama? As New Terra's sun set on the horizon, casting a golden glow over the fledgling colony, Kai steeled himself for the challenges ahead. Whatever the future held, he was determined to ensure that humanity would face it united, resilient, and unbroken. The real test was just beginning. Weeks flew by in a blur of frenetic activity. New Terra's transformation accelerated at a pace that would have been impossible without the ancient technology at their disposal. Sprawling cities rose from the virgin soil, their architecture a blend of human ingenuity and alien aesthetics. Orbital defense platforms took shape in the skies above, their weapon systems powerful enough to vaporize entire fleets. Kai stood in the newly constructed command center, surrounded by holographic displays showing the progress of their efforts. Luna worked tirelessly at a nearby console, her fingers dancing over alien interfaces as if she'd been born to it. "Kai, I think I've found something," Luna called out, her voice tinged with excitement and trepidation. He moved to her side, studying the complex schematics on her screen. "What am I looking at, Luna?" "It's a weapon," she explained, her eyes never leaving the display. "Or rather, a network of weapons. The ancients called it the Stellar Aegis. It's incredible, Kai. If I'm reading this correctly, it could turn entire star systems into impenetrable fortresses." Kai's heart raced at the implications. "Can we build it?" Luna hesitated. "Maybe. The technology is far beyond anything we've worked with so far. But with the Nexus's help, and if we push our resources to the limit. Do it, Kai ordered without hesitation. Whatever it takes. This could be the edge we need. As Luna set to work, Kai's comm unit chimed. It was a priority message from Finn Wilder, the head of their xenobiology team. Commander, you need to see this. Finn's voice was urgent. We've made a discovery in the northern continent. Well, you should come see for yourself. Hours later, Kai stood at the entrance of a vast cavern, its walls adorned with intricate, glowing symbols. Finn led him deeper into the complex, their path lit by the eerie blue light emanating from the walls. At first, we thought it was just a natural formation, Finn explained as they walked. But then we found this. They emerged into a massive chamber. In its center stood a towering obelisk, covered in the same glowing symbols. But what caught Kai's attention was the holographic image projected above it, a galactic map, with hundreds of worlds highlighted. It's some kind of database, Finn continued. We've only begun to scratch the surface, but from what we can tell, it contains information on countless alien civilizations, including, he paused, his voice dropping, the Crinarians. Kai's mind reeled at the implications. This changes everything. We need to. His words were cut short by a deafening alarm. Kai's comm unit erupted with Luna's panicked voice. Kai, we've got multiple jump signatures at the edge of the system. It's them. The Crinarians found us. Cold dread washed over Kai. They weren't ready. The defenses were incomplete, the stellar aegis barely in its initial construction phase. How? He demanded. How did they find us so quickly? There was a moment of terrible silence before Luna responded. Kai, I don't think they were looking for us. The jump signatures, they're not just Crinarian. There are others. Dozens of alien fleets, all converging on New Terra. As the implications sank in, Kai realized the true scale of what they were facing. This wasn't just an invasion, it was a war for the galaxy itself, and humanity had just been thrust onto its center stage. Battle stations, Kai ordered, his voice steady despite the fear gripping his heart. And get me a secure line to Earth. They need to know what we're up against. As he raced back to the command center, Kai's mind whirled with questions. Why here? Why now? And most importantly, what role were they really playing in this cosmic conflict? The answers, he suspected, lay hidden in the ancient obelisk behind him. But with alien fleets bearing down on them, those mysteries would have to wait. For now, survival was all that mattered. The battle for New Terra was about to begin, and with it, the true test of humanity's place among the stars. The command center of New Terra buzzed with frantic activity as Kai burst through the doors. Holographic displays flickered with real-time data of the approaching alien armadas, their numbers far exceeding anything they had prepared for. Status report, Kai barked, his eyes scanning the tactical overview. Luna's voice cut through the chaos. 27 distinct alien fleets detected. Kai. Crinarians make up the largest contingent, but we're seeing species we've never encountered before. Our long-range scanners are picking up energy signatures that are off the charts. Kai's mind raced, formulating strategies and discarding them just as quickly. They were outnumbered and outgunned, their defenses incomplete. But they had one advantage, the ancient technology that even the Crinarians seemed to fear. Nexus, Kai called out. Initiate Defense Protocol Omega. Bring all completed orbital platforms online and begin evacuation procedures for non-essential personnel. As the AI complied, Kai turned to Luna. What's the status on the stellar aegis? Luna shook her head, frustration evident in her voice. We've barely started construction. It's nowhere near operational. Then we work with what we have, Kai said grimly. Divert all power to the shield generators. We need to buy time. As the crew scrambled to follow his orders, a new alert flashed across the main screen. Incoming transmission, the Nexus announced. Origin unknown. Kai hesitated for a split second before nodding. put it through. The screen flickered to life, revealing a being unlike anything Kai had ever seen. Its form seemed to shift and change, as if struggling to maintain cohesion in their reality. Descendants of the progenitors, the being spoke, its voice resonating not through the speakers but directly in their minds. You stand at the precipice of a conflict beyond your comprehension. Kai stepped forward, his voice steady despite the surreal nature of the encounter. Who are you? Why have you come here? We are the Arbiters, the being replied. Guardians of the cosmic balance. The weapon you seek to construct, the stellar aegis, it threatens to upset that balance. We cannot allow it to be completed. Realization dawned on Kai. The other fleets, they're here to stop us. Some seek to claim the weapon for themselves, the Arbiter explained. Others, like us, seek its destruction. The Crinarians, they seek only annihilation. Kai's mind whirled with the implications. They had unknowingly stepped into a galactic power struggle, with the fate of not just humanity, but countless civilizations hanging in the balance. We don't want to upset any balance, Kai argued. We're just trying to survive, to protect our people. The Arbiter's form shimmered, a sense of sympathy emanating from it. Your intentions are noble, but the path you walk is dangerous. The progenitor's legacy is a double-edged sword. It can save you or doom you all. Before Kai could respond, Luna's urgent voice cut through. Kai, the Crinarian fleet is breaking formation. They're making a run for the planet. The Arbiter's image began to fade. Choose wisely, descendants. The future of the cosmos rests in your hands. As the transmission ended, Kai was left with more questions than answers. But there was no time to ponder the cosmic implications of their situation. The battle for New Terra was about to begin in earnest. All hands to battle stations, Kai ordered, his voice ringing with authority. Engage the Crinarians. Hold off the other fleets if you can, but the Crinarians are our priority. They cannot be allowed to land. As the first shots were fired, lighting up the space above New Terra with dazzling displays of advanced weaponry, Kai couldn't shake the feeling that this was more than just a battle. It was a test, one that would determine humanity's place in a universe far more complex and dangerous than they had ever imagined. The ancient obelisk, the Arbiters, the stellar aegis, all pieces of a cosmic puzzle they were only beginning to understand. But right now, survival was all that mattered. The mysteries of the universe would have to wait. As New Terra's defenses engaged the incoming Crinarian ships, Kai steeled himself for the fight of his life. Whatever the outcome, this day would change the course of human history forever. The battle for New Terra, and perhaps the fate of the galaxy itself, had begun. The skies above New Terra erupted into chaos as the battle began. Kai's voice rang out over the command channel, issuing orders with a calm that belied the turmoil in his mind. Concentrate fire on the Crinarian vanguard, he commanded. Use the planet's gravity well to funnel them into killing zones. Luna, status on our shield generators? Operating at 87% capacity, Luna replied, her fingers dancing over holographic controls. But Kai, the energy output from some of these alien ships, I've never seen anything like it. As if to emphasize her point, a beam of searing energy lanced out from one of the larger Crinarian vessels, carving through two of New Terra's orbital defense platforms like they were made of paper. Divert more power to the shields, Kai ordered, his eyes fixed on the tactical display. The situation was grim. While their ancient technology gave them an edge, the sheer numbers of the enemy fleets were overwhelming. Suddenly, an alert blared through the command center. Warning, the Nexus announced. Unknown energy signature detected on the planet's surface. Location: Northern Continent excavation site. Kai's blood ran cold. The obelisk. Whatever secrets it held, they couldn't let it fall into enemy hands. Luna, you have the bridge, Kai said, already moving towards the exit. I'm heading to the excavation site. Kai, you can't, Luna protested. We need you here. But Kai was already gone, racing towards a waiting shuttle. As he piloted the craft through the chaos of the battle above, weaving between energy beams and explosions, his mind raced with possibilities. What had they awakened in that ancient chamber? Minutes later, Kai landed near the excavation site, the ground shaking beneath his feet from orbital bombardments. He sprinted into the cavern, the glowing symbols on the walls pulsing with an intensity he hadn't seen before. As he entered the main chamber, Kai stopped short. The obelisk was alive with energy, the holographic galactic map above it spinning wildly, and standing before it was a figure that made Kai's heart skip a beat. It was an arbiter, its form shimmering and shifting in the pulsing light of the obelisk. "You came," the arbiter said, its voice echoing in Kai's mind. "Good. There is little time." "What's happening?" Kai demanded, approaching cautiously. "What is this place, really?" The arbiter's form solidified, taking on an almost human appearance. "This is a nexus point, one of many scattered across the galaxy. The progenitors built them as gateways, repositories of knowledge, and weapons of last resort." A tremor ran through the cavern as another bombardment shook the planet. "The Crinarians," Kai began, but the arbiter cut him off. "Are merely pawns in a larger game," it said. "As are you, unless you choose otherwise." The holographic map suddenly zoomed in on a single point: New Terra. "This world was chosen for a reason, Descendant. The stellar aegis is not just a weapon. It is a key, one that can unlock the full power of the progenitor's legacy." Kai's mind reeled with the implications. "But you said it would upset the balance." "Balance is not always desirable," the arbiter replied, its form flickering. "Sometimes, change is necessary. The cosmos stands at a crossroads, and you, humanity, may be the fulcrum upon which its fate turns." Another tremor, stronger this time. Dust and small rocks fell from the cavern ceiling. They were running out of time. "What do you want me to do?" Kai asked, knowing that whatever came next would change everything. The arbiter gestured towards the obelisk. "Choose, descendant of the progenitors. Activate the nexus, claim your legacy, and reshape the galaxy. Or destroy it and maintain the current order. The choice and the consequences are yours." As Kai stood before the ancient obelisk, the weight of the universe seeming to press down upon him, he realized that this was the moment everything had been leading to. His discovery of the fleet, the battle with the Crinarians, the colonization of New Terra, all of it had brought him to this point. With the fate of not just humanity, but the entire galaxy hanging in the balance, Kai Monroe prepared to make a decision that would echo across the cosmos for eons to come. The true battle for the future was about to begin. Kai's hand hovered over the obelisk, the weight of his decision pressing down on him like a physical force. The cavern shook again, more violently this time, reminding him of the battle raging above. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and made his choice. His palm connected with the ancient stone, and the world exploded into light. Knowledge flooded Kai's mind, centuries of cosmic history, unfolding in an instant. He saw the rise and fall of the progenitors, their hopes and fears, the reason for their disappearance. He understood the true nature of the Crinarians, the arbiters, and countless other species scattered across the galaxy. And he saw the purpose of the stellar aegis. It wasn't just a weapon or a shield. It was a key to unlocking the dormant potential within humanity itself, a gift left behind by the progenitors for their descendants. As the visions faded, Kai found himself back in the cavern, but everything had changed. Energy coursed through his body, his mind expanded beyond anything he had ever imagined. The arbiter stood before him, its form now fully solidified. "You have chosen," it said, its voice a mix of approval and trepidation. "What will you do with this power, descendant?" Kai's voice, when he spoke, resonated with newfound authority. "We'll do what humanity has always done. We'll survive. We'll grow. And we'll bring balance to this chaos." With a thought, Kai connected to the battle above. He could sense every ship, every weapon, every life form involved in the conflict. And he knew exactly what to do. Energy surged from the obelisk, through Kai, and out into space. The partially constructed stellar aegis came to life, its network spreading across the new Terra system in seconds. But it didn't stop there. The energy continued to expand, enveloping nearby star systems, then entire sectors of the galaxy. In the command center, Luna watched in awe as the tactical displays lit up with a web of energy that defied explanation. "What's happening?" she whispered. The answer came in Kai's voice, broadcast simultaneously to every ship and planet in the sector. "This is Commander Kai Monroe of Earth and New Terra. To all combatants, stand down. The battle is over." As if to emphasize his words, every weapon in the sector suddenly powered down. Ships found themselves unable to maneuver aggressively. The stellar aegis had brought enforced peace to this corner of the galaxy. Kai continued, his voice echoing across the stars. "For too long, the legacy of the progenitors has been misunderstood, fought over, and misused. Today, that ends. Humanity will take up the mantle left to us by our ancestors. We will be the guardians of balance, the arbiters of peace." In the cavern, the arbiter nodded slowly. "You understand, then, the responsibility you've taken on?" "I do," Kai replied, the power of the cosmos humming through his veins. "And we won't shy away from it." Over the next hours, as the dust of battle settled and the various alien fleets cautiously communicated with New Terra, the magnitude of what had occurred began to sink in. Humanity, in one fell swoop, had become a major power in the galaxy. Luna found Kai in the command center, his eyes glowing faintly with residual energy. "What happens now?" she asked, her voice a mix of excitement and apprehension. Kai smiled, looking out at the stars that now seemed so much closer, so much more alive. "Now, Luna, we explore, we learn, we grow. The progenitors left us this legacy not just to defend ourselves, but to help bring peace and understanding to the galaxy." As news of the events at New Terra spread across Earth and its colonies, humanity stood on the brink of a new era. The stars, once distant and unreachable, now beckoned with promise and possibility. Kai Monroe, once a simple marine archaeologist, now stood as humanity's ambassador to the cosmos. The challenges ahead were immense, but for the first time, he felt truly ready to face them. The age of humanity's cosmic destiny had begun, and the universe would never be the same. In the months that followed the Battle of New Terra, humanity found itself thrust into a galactic spotlight it had never anticipated. The activation of the stellar aegis had sent ripples across the cosmos, drawing the attention of countless alien civilizations, some curious, others wary. Kai stood on the observation deck of the newly constructed Cosmic Concord Station, a massive structure orbiting New Terra that served as humanity's first intergalactic diplomatic hub. The view before him was breathtaking. Ships of various designs and origins docked at the station, their alien crews mingling with humans in a scene that would have been unthinkable just a year ago. "Quite a sight, isn't it?" Luna's voice came from behind him. She joined him at the window, her eyes reflecting the starlight. Kai nodded, a small smile playing on his lips. "Sometimes I still can't believe how far we've come." Their conversation was interrupted by the Nexus. "Commander Monroe, the Galactic Council is ready to convene." Taking a deep breath, Kai straightened his uniform. "Time to face the music," he said to Luna. "Wish me luck." The Galactic Council chamber was a marvel of engineering and diplomacy. Representatives from over 100 alien species sat in tiered seats surrounding a central platform. As Kai took his place at the center, he could feel the weight of countless alien gazes upon him. The Arbiter, now serving as a neutral mediator, materialized beside him. "The Council recognizes Kai Monroe, representative of Earth and New Terra," it announced, its voice resonating throughout the chamber. Kai cleared his throat, his enhanced mind helping him remain calm despite the pressure. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, I stand before you today not just as a representative of humanity, but as a custodian of the progenitor's legacy." He went on to explain the true nature of the stellar aegis, its purpose not as a weapon of destruction, but as a tool for maintaining cosmic balance. He spoke of humanity's commitment to using this power responsibly to foster peace and understanding across the galaxy. As he spoke, Kai could sense the shifting emotions in the chamber. Some were skeptical, others intrigued. The Crinarian representative, in particular, seemed to seethe with barely contained rage. "We understand the fears some of you may have," Kai continued. "Humanity is young, untested in the grand scheme of galactic politics. But we are also adaptable, curious, and deeply committed to forging a peaceful future for all sentient beings." He paused, looking around the chamber. "We don't seek to rule or dominate. We seek to learn, to grow, and to help bring balance where there is chaos. The power of the stellar aegis is not ours alone, it belongs to the galaxy. We are merely its caretakers." As Kai concluded his address, a murmur ran through the assembled representatives. The Arbiter raised its hand for silence. "The Council will now deliberate on humanity's role in galactic affairs," it announced. "Commander Monroe, please wait outside." Hours passed as Kai and Luna waited anxiously outside the chamber. Finally, they were summoned back inside. The Arbiter's form shimmered as it delivered the Council's decision. After much discussion, the Galactic Council has reached a consensus. Humanity will be granted probationary membership in the Council, with the condition that the use of the stellar aegis be monitored by a committee of Council representatives. Kai nodded, accepting the terms. It was more than he had hoped for. "Furthermore," the Arbiter continued, "in light of the unique nature of humanity's connection to the progenitor's legacy, Earth and New Terra will serve as neutral ground for future galactic negotiations." As the Council session adjourned, Kai found himself surrounded by alien representatives, some offering congratulations, others seeking private audiences. The Crinarian representative pushed through the crowd, its eyes blazing. "This isn't over, human," it hissed. "The galaxy will see your true nature soon enough." Kai met its gaze steadily. "We're not your enemy," he said calmly. "There's room enough in this galaxy for all of us to coexist peacefully." As the Crinarian stormed off, Luna approached Kai. "Well, that could have gone worse," she said with a wry smile. Kai nodded, his mind already racing with the implications of the Council's decision. "This is just the beginning, Luna. We've got a lot of work ahead of us." As they made their way back to the observation deck, Kai paused to look out at the stars once more. The galaxy stretched out before them, full of challenges and opportunities. Humanity had taken its first steps onto the cosmic stage, and the adventure was only just beginning. With the power of the progenitors at their fingertips and the watchful eyes of the galaxy upon them, Kai knew that the choices they made in the coming years would shape the fate of not just humanity, but countless civilizations across the cosmos. The true test of humanity's cosmic destiny was about to unfold. 5 years had passed since humanity's induction into the Galactic Council, and the universe had changed in ways few could have predicted. Earth and New Terra had become bustling hubs of interstellar commerce and diplomacy, with alien visitors now a common sight in major cities across both worlds. Kai stood in the newly constructed Progenitor Archive on New Terra, surrounded by holographic displays showing the latest discoveries gleaned from the ancient obelisk. The room hummed with activity as human and alien researchers worked side by side, unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. "Commander Monroe," a voice called out. Kai turned to see Xylo Kryn, the Crinarian representative he had once considered an enemy, approaching with a data pad in hand. "Ambassador Kryn," Kai greeted, still marveling at how much had changed. The Crinarians, once bent on humanity's destruction, were now cautious allies in the face of greater galactic threats. "What brings you to the archive today?" Xylo's multifaceted eyes glimmered with excitement. "We've made a breakthrough in deciphering the progenitor's stellar mapping system. I think we've found something significant." As Xylo pulled up the data on a nearby holo display, Kai felt a familiar tingle at the base of his skull, the stellar aegis responding to his heightened emotions. Over the years, he had learned to control and channel its power, but moments like these still caught him off guard. The display showed a sector of space far beyond the known galactic boundaries. At its center pulsed a star unlike any Kai had ever seen. "Is that?" Kai began, his voice trailing off in awe. Xylo nodded solemnly. "We believe it's the progenitor's homeworld. Or at least, what's left of it." Before Kai could respond, an urgent alert blared through the archive. Luna's voice, tense and controlled, came over the comm system. "Kai, we need you in the Concord Command Center immediately. We've got a situation." Minutes later, Kai strode into the command center. Luna and several other key staff members already gathered around the central holo table. The image it displayed made Kai's blood run cold. A massive tear in the fabric of space-time, unlike anything they had ever encountered, was spreading across a nearby sector. Strange, otherworldly energy readings poured from the rift. "What are we looking at?" Kai demanded, his enhanced mind already calculating possible scenarios. Luna shook her head, frustration evident in her voice. "We're not sure. It appeared suddenly, about an hour ago. It's unlike any natural phenomenon we've ever recorded." "It's not natural," a new voice interjected. Kai turned to see Nexar Vex, the enigmatic representative of a species known as the Quantum Architects, entering the room. "This is a deliberate incursion from another reality." The room fell silent as the implications of Nexar's words sank in. Kai's mind raced, connecting dots he hadn't even known existed. The progenitor's disappearance, the warnings hidden in their ancient texts, the power of the stellar aegis, it all suddenly made a terrible kind of sense. "The great enemy," Kai whispered, remembering the term from the earliest translations of the progenitor archives. This is what they were preparing us for. As if in response to his words, the rift on the holo display pulsed, expanding dramatically. Alarms blared as new readings poured in. "Multiple contacts emerging from the rift," Luna shouted, her fingers flying over the controls. "Energy signatures are, Kai, they're off the charts. Nothing we've ever encountered comes close to this level of power." Kai closed his eyes, reaching out with his connection to the stellar aegis. He could feel it responding, spreading across the sector, ready to defend against this new threat. But even its immense power felt insignificant in the face of what was emerging from the rift. When he opened his eyes, Kai's voice was steady, filled with the authority of one who had faced the impossible before and lived to tell the tale. "Send out an emergency call to the Galactic Council. All races, all factions. As of this moment, we are at war." He paused, looking each person in the room in the eye. "The progenitors prepared us for this moment. Now it's up to us to finish what they started." As the command center erupted into action, Kai turned back to the holo display. The rift continued to grow, disgorging nightmarish shapes that defied comprehension. He knew that the coming conflict would test humanity and its allies in ways they could scarcely imagine. But as he felt the power of the stellar aegis thrumming through him, as he saw the determination in the eyes of those around him, human and alien alike, Kai allowed himself a glimmer of hope. The greatest challenge in cosmic history lay before them, and humanity, young as it was, stood ready to face it head-on. The final test of their cosmic destiny had begun. The journey to the progenitor homeworld stretched on for days, the tension aboard the ship palpable as reports of the ongoing battle trickled in. Kai spent much of his time in deep meditation, his connection to the stellar aegis allowing him to monitor the conflict from afar and provide strategic insights to the Allied fleet. As they approached their destination, Luna's voice broke the silence on the bridge. "We're dropping out of hyperspeed in 3, 2, 1. The starfield outside the viewports suddenly stabilized, revealing a sight that took their breath away. Before them hung a massive Dyson sphere, its surface a patchwork of technology so advanced it was indistinguishable from magic. "By the cosmos," Xylo Kryn whispered, his multifaceted eyes wide with awe. "The progenitors didn't just inhabit a world, they built one." Nexar Vex's tentacles writhed with excitement as he analyzed the incoming data. "The energy readings are off the charts. This structure could power our entire galaxy for millennia." Kai stepped forward, his eyes fixed on the colossal construct. The answers we need are in there. Luna, scan for an entry point. As Luna worked, alarms suddenly blared throughout the ship. Multiple contacts incoming, she shouted. They don't match any known signatures. The view screen lit up with a terrifying sight. Swarms of biomechanical entities, each the size of a small moon, emerged from fold space around the Dyson sphere. Their very presence seemed to warp reality around them. Guardians, Kai breathed, understanding flooding through him. The progenitors left sentinels to protect their legacy. The ship rocked as energy beams lanced out from the Guardians, missing them by mere meters. Luna's hands flew over the controls, executing evasive maneuvers with preternatural skill. "We can't fight them," Xylo growled, frustration evident in his voice. "Our weapons would be useless against such entities." Kai closed his eyes, reaching out with his connection to the stellar aegis. He felt the ancient power surge through him, and suddenly he understood. "We don't need to fight them," he said, his voice resonating with newfound authority. "We need to prove ourselves worthy." Before anyone could question him, Kai strode to the front of the bridge and placed his hands on the viewport. Energy crackled around him as he projected his consciousness outward towards the Guardians. In that moment, Kai experienced a lifetime of memories not his own. He saw the rise of the progenitors, their battles against the extra-dimensional invaders, and their ultimate decision to seed the galaxy with the potential for new Guardians. He understood, with perfect clarity, humanity's role in the cosmic cycle. When he opened his eyes, the Guardians had ceased their attack. A massive portal opened in the surface of the Dyson sphere, beckoning them forward. "They've accepted us," Kai said, his voice filled with wonder and determination. "We've been granted access to the progenitors' final sanctuary." As Luna guided their ship towards the portal, the team prepared themselves for whatever lay ahead. They were about to step into the birthplace of their cosmic legacy, the source of the power that had propelled humanity to the stars. The ship passed through the portal, enveloped in a sea of light and energy. When it cleared, they found themselves in a vast chamber that defied comprehension. Structures of impossible geometry stretched as far as the eye could see, pulsing with the same energy that powered the stellar aegis. At the center of it all stood a pedestal, upon which rested a device that radiated pure potential. Kai knew, without a doubt, that this was the key to saving their reality. As they disembarked, ready to claim their destiny and face the extra-dimensional threat, Kai felt a sense of completion. Everything humanity had experienced, every trial and triumph, had led to this moment. The final test of their cosmic legacy awaited, and with it, the power to reshape the very fabric of existence. Humanity's journey had reached its crescendo, and the fate of all realities hung in the balance. As Kai and his team approached the central pedestal, the very air around them seemed to shimmer with potential. Each step felt like traversing eons of cosmic history, the weight of the progenitor's legacy pressing down upon them. "What is it?" Luna whispered, her eyes fixed on the device atop the pedestal. Nexar Vex's tentacles waved in complex patterns as he analyzed the object. It's a nexus point, a confluence of all realities. The progenitors didn't just build a weapon. They created a tool to manipulate the very fabric of the multiverse. Kai reached out, his hand hovering inches from the device. He could feel the stellar aegis resonating with it, as if two long separated parts of a whole were finally reuniting. "This is what the progenitors used to fight the extra-dimensional invaders," Kai said, understanding flooding through him. "But it's not just a weapon. It's a key to unlocking the full potential of sentient life across all realities." Suddenly, the chamber around them shifted, holographic displays springing to life. They showed countless versions of their own galaxy, some thriving, others in ruins, and in each one, a version of humanity stood at a similar crossroads. "By the stars," Xylo breathed, "we're not just fighting for our reality. We're fighting for all of them." Before anyone could respond, a new presence made itself known. It wasn't physical, more like a collective consciousness that permeated the very air around them. When it spoke, it was with the voice of countless civilizations, countless versions of themselves. "You have come far, children of the stars," the presence said. "But your journey is not yet complete. The power before you can save your reality, but wielding it comes at a great cost." Kai stepped forward, his voice steady. "What cost?" "To wield the power of the multiverse nexus, one must become one with it. The user's consciousness will be spread across all realities, guiding and protecting them. It is a burden of eternal vigilance." The implications hit Kai like a physical blow. To save their world, their entire reality, someone would have to sacrifice their individual existence to become a cosmic guardian. Luna grabbed Kai's arm, understanding dawning in her eyes. "No, Kai. There has to be another way." But Kai knew, with a certainty that ran deeper than his bones, that this was the culmination of everything they had been through. His entire journey, from marine archaeologist to commander of humanity's cosmic legacy, had been leading to this moment. "It has to be me," he said softly. "My connection to the stellar aegis, my understanding of the progenitor's legacy. I'm the only one who can do this." As his team protested, Kai turned to face them one last time. "This isn't an end," he said, his voice filled with determination and a hint of wonder. "It's a transformation, a chance to protect not just our world, but all worlds." With a final nod to his friends, his family and all but blood, Kai turned and placed his hands on the multiverse nexus. Energy surged through him, more powerful than anything he had ever experienced. He felt his consciousness expanding, touching minds across countless realities. In that moment, Kai Monroe ceased to be just one man. He became a guardian of the multiverse, a being of pure energy and thought, spread across all of existence. Through his expanded awareness, Kai reached out to the extra-dimensional invaders. He understood them now, saw the fear and desperation that drove them. And with that understanding came the power to heal, to guide, to protect. Reality itself seemed to shudder as Kai exerted his new power. The invading forces were not destroyed, but rather transformed, their destructive energy channeled into a force for cosmic balance. As the immediate threat subsided, Kai turned his attention to Luna and the others. Though he no longer had a physical form, his essence surrounded them, comforting and reassuring. "Don't mourn for me," his voice echoed in their minds. "This is not an end, but a new beginning, for all of us." Luna wiped tears from her eyes, a mixture of sadness and pride on her face. "What do we do now?" she asked. Kai's response filled the chamber, resonating with the power of countless stars. "Now, you go forward. You take what we've learned, what we've become, and you guide humanity to its true potential. The stars are no longer just your destination. They're your legacy, your responsibility, and your home." As the team prepared to return, carrying with them the knowledge and power to reshape their civilization, Kai's consciousness spread further across the multiverse. He saw infinite possibilities, countless versions of humanity reaching for the stars. And in each one, he would be there. A guardian, a guide, a cosmic legacy made manifest. Humanity's journey to claim its place among the stars had reached its apex. But in many ways, it was only just beginning. Years passed, and the galaxy entered an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity. The knowledge and technology gained from the progenitor's legacy, combined with the protective influence of Kai's multiversal presence, ushered in a golden age for all sentient species. Luna, now the head of the Cosmic Concorde, stood on the observation deck of the massive space station orbiting Earth. The view before her was breathtaking, ships of various designs from hundreds of different species coming and going, a testament to the thriving intergalactic community that had formed in the wake of the Great Crisis. "Admiral Hayes," a voice called out. Luna turned to see Xylo Kryn approaching, a data pad in his hand. The Krynarian, once an enemy, was now one of her closest advisors and friends. "Ambassador Kryn," Luna greeted with a warm smile. "What news from the frontier?" Xylo's multifaceted eyes glimmered with excitement. "The expedition to the Andromeda Galaxy has made contact. They've discovered civilizations they're eager to join our alliance. The network of stellar Aegis nodes is expanding beyond our wildest dreams. Luna nodded, a sense of pride and wonder washing over her. In the decades since Kai's transformation, humanity had taken its role as custodians of the progenitor's legacy seriously. They had become teachers, explorers, and peacekeepers on a cosmic scale. "Any word from Nexar and the quantum architects?" Luna asked, thinking of their enigmatic allies who had delved deep into the study of trans-dimensional physics. "They believe they're close to establishing stable communication with alternate realities," Xylo replied. "The implications are, well, they're beyond anything we could have imagined even a few years ago." As they discussed the latest developments, a familiar sensation washed over Luna. It was subtle, like a warm breeze on a summer day, but unmistakable. Kai was with them. Though he no longer had a physical form, Kai's presence was a constant in their lives. He appeared in moments of great importance, offering guidance and protection. Luna had come to recognize the unique energy signature that accompanied his manifestations. "Hello, old friend," Luna said softly, a bittersweet smile on her face. Xylo, sensing the change in the air, respectfully stepped back. He, too, had grown accustomed to these moments. Kai's voice, a blend of the man he once was and the cosmic entity he had become, filled their minds. "Luna, Xylo, it's good to see you both." "How are things out there?" Luna asked, gesturing vaguely at the stars beyond the viewport. "Vast, wondrous, challenging," Kai's voice replied, a hint of his old humor shining through. "But that's not why I'm here. I've come with a warning and an opportunity." Luna straightened, her expression turning serious. "What is it, Kai?" "The multiverse is shifting," Kai explained. "New threats are emerging, ones that could challenge even the power of the stellar Aegis. But with these threats come new allies, new technologies, new ways of understanding the cosmos." Xylo stepped forward, his scientist curiosity piqued. "What do you need us to do?" "Prepare," Kai said simply. "The next great leap in humanity's cosmic journey is coming. You'll need to be ready to face challenges beyond anything you've encountered before. But if you succeed, the rewards will be beyond imagination." As Kai's presence began to fade, Luna felt a surge of determination. "We'll be ready," she promised. "Whatever comes, we'll face it together." Kai's response was filled with pride and affection. "I know you will. You've all come so far. Remember, I'm always with you, across every reality." As Kai's presence dissipated, Luna and Xylo shared a look of understanding. They had work to do. In the days that followed, preparations began across the galaxy. Ships were retrofitted, defenses strengthened, and diplomatic channels opened wider than ever before. The intergalactic community, forged in the crucible of past crises, stood united and ready. As Luna oversaw the preparations, she couldn't help but reflect on how far they had come. From the discovery of the ancient fleet in Earth's oceans to becoming custodians of a cosmic legacy, humanity had undergone a transformation beyond anything their ancestors could have imagined. And yet, Luna knew their greatest adventures still lay ahead. With Kai watching over them from across the multiverse, and the combined strength of countless allied species at their side, they were ready to face whatever the cosmos had in store. The next chapter in humanity's cosmic destiny was about to unfold, and Luna Hayes, along with all of humanity, stood ready to embrace it. As the galactic community braced itself for the challenges Kai had foreshadowed, a startling discovery shook the foundations of their understanding of the cosmos. Deep in the uncharted regions of the Andromeda Galaxy, an expedition led by Finn Wilder stumbled upon something extraordinary. "This is Commander Wilder to Cosmic Concord," Finn's voice crackled through the subspace communication channel, a mix of excitement and trepidation evident in his tone. "We found... well, you're not going to believe this." Luna, who had been overseeing preparations for the impending cosmic shift, felt a familiar tingle at the base of her skull. Kai's presence, ever watchful, seemed to intensify. "Go ahead, Finn. What have you found?" "It's a ship," Finn replied, his voice filled with awe. But not just any ship. Its progenitor in origin, and Luna, its active. The command center of the Cosmic Concorde erupted into a flurry of activity. Luna's mind raced with the implications. Are you certain, Finn? After all this time? Positive, Finn confirmed. But there's more. We're detecting life signs aboard. Whoever, or whatever, is on that ship, they're alive. Luna exchanged a glance with Xylo, who had been standing nearby. The Crinarian's multifaceted eyes reflected the gravity of the situation. This could change everything, Xylo said softly. Finn, maintain position, but do not attempt to board, Luna ordered. We're dispatching a team immediately. This requires our most experienced personnel. As Luna began assembling a team for this unprecedented mission, she felt Kai's presence grow stronger. His voice, a blend of cosmic energy and familiar warmth, resonated in her mind. This is it, Luna, Kai said. The catalyst I foresaw. Whatever you find on that ship will be the key to facing the coming challenges. Luna nodded, understanding the weight of the moment. Will you be with us? She asked. Always, Kai replied, his presence comforting despite the uncertainty ahead. But remember, the choices you make, the path you forge, that's up to you. I can guide, but humanity must stand on its own. As the response team prepared for departure, Luna found herself reflecting on how far they had come. From the discovery of the ancient fleet on Earth to becoming stewards of a cosmic legacy, humanity had undergone a transformation beyond imagination. And now they stood on the brink of yet another paradigm shift. The ship that would carry them to the progenitor vessel was a marvel of hybrid technology, blending the best of human ingenuity with the advanced knowledge they had gleaned from their cosmic inheritance. As Luna boarded alongside Xylo, Nexar Vex, and a select team of specialists, she felt a sense of déjà vu. Once again, they were venturing into the unknown, carrying the hopes and fears of entire civilizations with them. As the ship lifted off, its advanced drive systems preparing for the jump to Andromeda, Luna addressed her team. What we find aboard that progenitor ship could redefine our understanding of the universe, she said, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. But remember, we're not just explorers or scientists. We're representatives of a united galaxy, custodians of a legacy greater than ourselves. Whatever happens, we face it together. The team nodded, their faces a mixture of determination and anticipation. As the ship accelerated towards its destination, Luna felt Kai's presence one last time. Trust in yourselves, his voice echoed in her mind. The greatest power of humanity has always been its ability to adapt, to grow, to face the impossible and emerge stronger. You carry that power with you, across the stars and beyond. With those words resonating in her heart, Luna turned her gaze towards the viewscreen. The stars streaked by as they hurtled towards their rendezvous with destiny. Whatever lay aboard that ancient progenitor ship, whatever challenges the shifting multiverse might bring, humanity was ready. The next chapter of their cosmic journey was about to begin, and with it, the dawn of a new era for all sentient life in the universe. The journey to the Andromeda Galaxy was swift, thanks to the advanced propulsion systems developed from progenitor technology. As Luna's ship dropped out of hyperspace, the sight that greeted them was breathtaking. The progenitor vessel hung suspended against a backdrop of swirling nebulae and newborn stars, its design both familiar and alien. By the cosmos, Xylo breathed, his multifaceted eyes wide with wonder. It's beautiful. Luna nodded, her heart racing with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. Finn, what's your status? Commander Wilder's face appeared on the viewscreen. We've maintained position as ordered, Admiral. The ship hasn't shown any signs of hostility, but, well, you should see this for yourself. As Finn's ship transmitted its sensor data, Luna and her team gathered around the holographic display. The progenitor vessel was unlike anything they had encountered before. Its hull seemed to shift and change, adapting to the surrounding space in real time. It's not just a ship, Nexar Vex observed, his tentacles writhing with excitement. It's a living entity, capable of manipulating space-time at will. Luna's mind raced with the implications. If the progenitors had this technology, why didn't they use it against the extra-dimensional invaders? Before anyone could respond, a news signal cut through their communications. It was coming from the progenitor ship. "Unknown vessels," a voice spoke, its tone melodic yet somehow ancient. "We have awaited your arrival for eons. The time has come for the legacy to be fulfilled." Luna exchanged glances with her team before responding. "This is Admiral Luna Hayes of the Cosmic Concord. We come in peace and seek to understand." There was a moment of silence before the voice replied. "Understanding is the first step on the path to ascension. Prepare yourselves. The final trial begins now." Suddenly, a beam of energy engulfed both Luna's ship and Finn's expedition vessel. But instead of damage, they felt a strange sensation, as if reality itself was bending around them. "Admiral," one of the crew shouted, We're inside the progenitor ship." As the energy dissipated, Luna found herself and her team standing in a vast chamber that seemed to defy the laws of physics. The walls pulsed with living light, and in the center stood a being that could only be described as transcendent. The being, its form constantly shifting between humanoid and something far more abstract, addressed them. "Welcome, children of the stars. I am the custodian, the last of the progenitors, keeper of the cosmic forge." Luna stepped forward, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "We've come seeking answers, and to face the challenges that lie ahead for our galaxy." The custodian's form shimmered, and suddenly they were surrounded by holographic displays showing countless realities, timelines, and potential futures. "The multiverse stands at a crossroads," it explained. "The barriers between realities are weakening. The threat you faced before was but a harbinger of what is to come." Images flashed before them, terrifying entities that defied comprehension, entire galaxies being consumed, the very fabric of reality unraveling. But amidst the chaos, they saw hope civilizations joining together, wielding powers beyond imagination to fight back. "The cosmic forge," the custodian continued, gesturing to a swirling vortex of energy at the heart of the chamber, "is the ultimate legacy of the progenitors. With it, reality itself can be reshaped, but its power is too great for any single being or civilization to wield." Understanding dawned on Luna. "That's why you waited. You needed us to evolve, to come together as a galactic community." The custodian nodded, its form briefly taking on a more humanoid appearance. "The final trial is not one of combat or intellect, but of unity. To face the coming storm, to wield the cosmic forge, you must prove that you can stand together, that your differences make you stronger." As the custodian spoke, Luna felt a familiar presence. Kai's consciousness, spread across the multiverse, converged in this moment. His voice, filled with pride and hope, resonated in their minds. "This is it," Kai said. "The culmination of everything we've worked for. The true test of humanity's cosmic destiny." Luna looked around at her team humans, Crinarians, quantum architects, and representatives from a dozen other species. Each brought unique perspectives, strength, and knowledge. Together, they represented the best of what the galactic community had become. With determination in her eyes, Luna turned back to the custodian. "We're ready," she declared. "Whatever trials you have for us, we'll face them together." The custodian's form began to glow with an intense light. "Then let the final trial begin. The fate of all realities hangs in the balance. Show us, children of the stars, that you are worthy of the cosmic forge." As the chamber around them began to shift and change, Luna and her team braced themselves for whatever challenges lay ahead. The next chapter of their cosmic journey was about to unfold, and with it, the future of the entire multiverse. The chamber dissolved into a kaleidoscope of realities, each one a potential future or alternate present. Luna and her team found themselves immersed in a series of rapid-fire scenarios, each testing a different aspect of their unity and adaptability. In one reality, they faced a diplomatic crisis between warring factions of energy beings. Luna's experience in galactic politics, combined with Xylo's strategic mind and Nexar's understanding of quantum states, allowed them to broker a peace that seemed impossible. Another scenario thrust them into the heart of a dying star, requiring them to work in perfect synchronization to prevent a supernova that would destroy countless inhabited worlds. Finn's expertise in astrophysics proved crucial, while the rest of the team executed a plan that pushed the boundaries of their technological capabilities. Throughout each trial, Luna felt Kai's presence, not interfering but observing, his pride in their growth palpable. The challenges grew increasingly complex, forcing the team to confront their own biases, fears, and limitations. In a particularly harrowing test, they found themselves facing a threat similar to the extra-dimensional invaders they had once fought. But this time, instead of combat, they had to find a way to communicate, to understand the invaders' motivations, and find a peaceful resolution. As they progressed, Luna noticed something extraordinary. With each challenge overcome, the team's abilities seemed to expand. It wasn't just their skills or knowledge growing. It was as if the very essence of their beings was evolving, becoming more in tune with the fundamental forces of the universe. Finally, after what felt like both an eternity and a mere moment, they found themselves back in the central chamber with the custodian. But they were changed. Each member of the team glowed with an inner light, their forms slightly translucent, as if they were partly energy beings themselves. The custodian, its form now a brilliant constellation of stars, addressed them. "You have proven yourselves worthy, children of the stars. You have shown that unity does not mean uniformity, that diversity is strength, and that the greatest power comes from understanding and cooperation." Luna stepped forward, feeling the energy of countless realities flowing through her. "What happens now?" she asked, her voice resonating with newfound power. The custodian gestured towards the cosmic forge, the swirling vortex of creation at the heart of the chamber. "Now, you take your place as the new guardians of reality. The cosmic forge is yours to wield, not as individuals, but as a unified force representing the best of all sentient life." As if on cue, Kai's presence intensified, his consciousness merging with the energy of the chamber. "This is the culmination of our journey," his voice echoed, filled with joy and pride. "The power to shape reality, to protect and nurture life across all dimensions. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility." Luna looked at her team, seeing the same mixture of awe and determination in their eyes that she felt in her heart. They had come so far from those first days of discovering the ancient fleet on Earth. Now, they stood at the threshold of a new era, not just for humanity or their galaxy, but for all of existence. "We're ready," Luna declared, her voice steady and resolute. The custodian nodded, its form beginning to fade. "Then step forward, guardians of the cosmic forge. The multiverse awaits your guidance." As one, Luna and her team approached the swirling vortex of the cosmic forge. They could feel the weight of countless realities, the hopes and fears of innumerable beings across dimensions, resting on their shoulders. But they were not afraid. They were united, stronger together than they ever could be apart. With a shared look of determination, they reached out and touched the cosmic forge. Energy exploded around them, reality itself bending to their collective will. In that moment, they saw everything, every possible future, every alternate past, every choice, and its consequences spreading out across the tapestry of existence. As their consciousness expanded to encompass the multiverse, Luna felt a sense of completion. This was what all their struggles, all their growth had been leading to. Not conquest or domination, but stewardship. The power to nurture, protect, and guide life in all its infinite diversity. The age of the progenitors had ended. The era of the cosmic guardians had begun. And at its heart stood humanity, no longer alone, no longer limited, but part of a greater cosmic family, ready to face whatever challenges the multiverse might bring. As the energy of the cosmic forge flowed through them, Luna and her team set out on their greatest adventure, yet shepherding the future of all reality, united in purpose, diverse in strength, and boundless in potential. The story of humanity's cosmic destiny had reached its zenith. But in many ways, it was only just beginning. Eons passed in the blink of an eye, and yet every moment stretched into infinity. Luna and her team, now the Cosmic Guardians, existed simultaneously across all realities. Their consciousness expanded beyond mortal comprehension. They had become living conduits of the cosmic forge, shapers and protectors of the multiverse. In one reality, they guided a fledgling civilization through its first steps into interstellar travel. In another, they prevented a war that would have torn apart the fabric of space-time. Countless versions of Earth, of humanity, of alien races both familiar and utterly foreign, all fell under their stewardship. Yet, despite their godlike powers, they never forgot their origins. The lessons learned during their journey from Earth to this cosmic role remained at the core of their being. Unity in diversity, the strength found in cooperation, the importance of understanding and empathy, these principles guided their actions across the multiverse. Kai, once their mentor and friend, now existed as a part of them, his consciousness merging with theirs in the vast tapestry of the cosmic forge. His wisdom and experience added depth to their perspective, a reminder of the path that had led them here. As they worked, the Guardians became aware of a new pattern emerging in the multiverse. Realities that had once been separate were beginning to converge. The barriers between dimensions, weakened by the extra-dimensional incursions they had faced in their mortal lives, were starting to break down. Luna, her consciousness spanning countless versions of herself across realities, recognized the potential danger and opportunity this convergence presented. "We need to guide this process," she communicated to her fellow Guardians. "If left unchecked, it could lead to the collapse of the entire multiverse." Xylo, his Crinarian analytical mind now expanded to cosmic proportions, agreed. But if managed correctly, this convergence could lead to a new era of multiversal cooperation and understanding. Nexar, whose quantum nature had made him particularly adept at navigating the intricacies of multiple realities, added, "We must be careful. Too much interference could be as disastrous as none at all." Together, the Guardians formulated a plan. They would subtly guide key individuals and civilizations across realities, preparing them for the coming convergence. It would be a delicate balance, providing enough knowledge and technology to handle the merging of realities, while allowing each civilization to maintain its unique identity and growth. As they worked, they encountered echoes of their past selves. On one Earth, they watched a version of Kai discover the ancient fleet hidden in the oceans. On another, they saw Luna lead humanity's first extrasolar expedition. Each of these alternate histories reinforced their commitment to their role as Guardians. But even as they guided the multiverse towards this new era of convergence, a new challenge emerged. At the fringes of reality, in the spaces between universes, they sensed a presence. Something vast, ancient, and utterly alien was stirring. The precursors, Kai's voice echoed through their shared consciousness. The beings that came before even the progenitors, their awakening. The Guardians realized that all their experiences, all the trials they had faced, had been preparing them for this moment. The awakening of the precursors would test not just their power, but their wisdom, their unity, and their commitment to the principles that had guided them from their first steps into space to their ascension as cosmic beings. As they prepared to face this new challenge, Luna felt a surge of determination ripple through their collective consciousness. They had come so far, grown so much, and yet the greatest adventure still lay ahead. Together, she communicated to her fellow Guardians, her thoughts resonating across the multiverse. "Whatever comes, we face it together." And so, the Cosmic Guardians, once mortal beings from a single planet in a vast universe, now stewards of all reality, turned their attention to the awakening precursors. The next chapter in the cosmic saga was about to unfold, with the fate of not just one universe, but all of existence hanging in the balance. The legacy of humanity, of the progenitors, of countless civilizations across the multiverse, had culminated in this moment, and the Guardians were ready to face whatever the cosmic future might hold. As the precursors stirred at the edges of reality, the Cosmic Guardians found themselves facing a challenge unlike any they had encountered before. These beings, ancient beyond comprehension, existed on a scale that dwarfed even the vast multiverse the Guardians now shepherded. Luna, her consciousness spread across countless realities, felt the first tremors of the Precursor's awakening. It was like watching galaxies collide in slow motion, each movement sending ripples through the fabric of existence. "We need to understand them," Xylo communicated, his thoughts resonating through their shared consciousness. Their motives, their nature, everything. Nexar's quantum-attuned mind was already probing the spaces between realities, seeking patterns in the chaos. "They're not hostile," he reported, "at least not in any way we can comprehend. But their mere presence is causing instabilities across the multiverse." The Guardians realized that the convergence they had been guiding was accelerating, driven by the Precursor's awakening. Realities were colliding faster than anticipated, and the beings they had sworn to protect were caught in the crossfire. "We need to act," Luna decided, her resolve echoing through their collective consciousness. Not just as Guardians, but as mediators. With a thought, the Guardians split their focus. Part of their vast consciousness continued to guide and protect the myriad civilizations under their care, while another part reached out towards the stirring Precursors. As they approached the fringes of reality, the Guardians felt their perception shift. The multiverse they had known became a mere droplet in an ocean of existence. The Precursors existed here, in the spaces between multiverses, their thoughts and actions, shaping the very foundations of reality. Communication with such beings seemed impossible at first. The Precursors operated on a level so far beyond even the Guardians' enhanced comprehension that their actions appeared random, even destructive. But then, Luna had an idea. Drawing on the memory of their first contact with alien life, back when they were merely human, she reached out not with words or thoughts, but with emotions. Wonder, curiosity, concern. These universal feelings transcended the barriers of comprehension. To their amazement, the Precursors responded, not in words or images, but in cosmic shifts that the Guardians could interpret. The awakening of the Precursors wasn't an act of destruction or conquest, but a natural cycle on a scale beyond imagination. As understanding grew, the Guardians realized their true role in this cosmic drama. They weren't meant to fight the Precursors or prevent the convergence of realities. Instead, they were to be the bridge facilitating a harmonious merger of the multiverse with the higher planes of existence the Precursors inhabited. This realization brought both excitement and trepidation. The task ahead would reshape the very nature of reality as they knew it. Every being, every civilization they had guided would need to evolve, to adapt to a new cosmic order. Luna felt Kai's presence, a comforting constant in their shared consciousness. "This is why the progenitors created us," his thoughts echoed. "Not just to guard, but to guide all of existence into a new era." With renewed purpose, the Guardians set to work. They began preparing the multiverse for the grand convergence, not just of realities within their purview, but of levels of existence they were only now beginning to comprehend. It was a task of unimaginable complexity. In one reality, they guided a civilization to transcend their physical forms, becoming beings of pure energy. In another, they helped merge organic life with technology, creating hybrid beings capable of existing across multiple planes of reality. Throughout it all, they maintained their commitment to the principles that had guided them from the beginning. Unity and diversity, the power of understanding and cooperation, these ideals would shape the new cosmic order they were helping to birth. As the grand convergence approached, Luna and her fellow Guardians felt a sense of both accomplishment and anticipation. They had come so far from their humble beginnings on Earth, grown beyond anything they could have imagined, and yet they knew that this was just the beginning of an even greater journey. The multiverse trembled on the brink of transformation. The Precursor's vast consciousness began to merge with the fabric of lower realities, and at the heart of it all stood the Cosmic Guardians, once mortal beings from a single planet, now the shepherds of existence itself. As the first waves of the convergence washed over reality, Luna shared a thought with her fellow Guardians, a sentiment that echoed across the cosmos. "Together, we face the unknown. Together, we shape the future. Our journey continues." And with that, the Cosmic Guardians, born from humanity's quest for understanding, embraced their role in the next great chapter of existence. The universe as they knew it was ending, but a new, grander cosmos was just beginning to unfold. As the grand convergence unfolded, reality itself seemed to hold its breath. The Cosmic Guardians, with Luna at their center, stood as the linchpin between the multiverse they had shepherded and the incomprehensible realm of the Precursors. The merging of these vastly different planes of existence was a spectacle beyond imagination, a cosmic dance of creation and transformation. Civilizations that had once been bound by the laws of singular universes found themselves suddenly aware of infinite possibilities. The Guardians worked tirelessly, their expanded consciousness guiding countless beings through the turbulent waters of this new reality. In one sector, a race of silicon-based lifeforms that had never known organic existence suddenly found themselves merging with carbon-based entities from another reality. The Guardians eased this transition, helping both sides understand and embrace their new hybrid nature. Elsewhere, planets that had been separated by insurmountable gulfs of space and time collided, not in destruction, but in a harmonious fusion that gave birth to entirely new forms of matter and energy. The Guardians were there, ensuring that the inhabitants of these worlds could adapt and thrive in their new environments. As the convergence progressed, Luna and her team began to notice an unexpected phenomenon. The beings they guided, from the simplest single-cell organisms to the most advanced civilizations, were evolving at an unprecedented rate. It was as if the merging of realities had unlocked a potential for growth and change that had always existed but had never before been accessible. "Look," Xylo communicated to the others, his thoughts tinged with awe. "They're beginning to understand, not just their new reality, but the very nature of existence itself." Nexar's quantum-attuned mind pulsed with excitement. "It's more than that. They're not just understanding, they're becoming." Luna realized the truth of Nexar's words. The beings under their care were transcending their original forms, evolving into something new. Something that bridged the gap between the reality they had known and the higher planes of the Precursors. And in that moment, the Guardians understood the true purpose of their role. They weren't just shepherds or protectors, they were catalysts, meant to guide the multiverse to a point where it could join with the higher realms of existence. As this realization swept through their collective consciousness, they felt a shift in the cosmic fabric around them. The Precursors, those ancient beings that had set this grand convergence in motion, were reaching out. Not with words or thoughts, but with a fundamental reshaping of reality itself. The barriers between the Guardians and the Precursors began to dissolve, and Luna felt their consciousness expanding even further, touching levels of existence they had never dreamed possible. With this expansion came a new understanding. The cycle they were part of, the grand convergence, was but one of many. Reality, in its truest form, was an endless cycle of expansion, convergence, and rebirth. And now, they were being invited to take part in this cosmic dance on a scale beyond anything they had imagined. As the last vestiges of the old multiverse merged with a new cosmic order, Luna shared a final thought with her fellow Guardians, a sentiment that resonated with the very essence of existence. "We've reached the end of one journey, but the beginning of another. Our task now is not to guide or protect, but to participate, to add our unique perspective, born from our experiences as mortals, as guardians, as bridges between realities, to the grand tapestry of existence." With that, the Cosmic Guardians, their consciousness now one with the Precursors and the newly evolved beings of the multiverse, embraced their new role. They were no longer separate entities, but integral parts of the cosmic whole, ready to experience and shape reality in ways they had never before imagined. As their individual identities merged with the greater cosmic consciousness, Luna felt a sense of completion. From the depths of Earth's oceans to the farthest reaches of the multiverse, their journey had been one of constant growth and transformation, and now they were ready for the greatest transformation of all. The universe as they had known it ceased to exist, replaced by something far grander, far more intricate and beautiful. And within this new cosmic order, the essence of what had once been Luna, Kai, Xylo, Nexar, and countless others lived on, their experiences and wisdom contributing to the ever-unfolding dance of existence. The story of humanity's cosmic destiny had come full circle, transcending the very concepts of beginning and end. In the grand cosmic dance, their journey continued, eternal and ever-changing. In the vast expanse of the new cosmic order, where time and space had become fluid concepts, echoes of the past reverberated through the collective consciousness. The essence of what was once Luna, now an integral part of this greater whole, stirred with a familiar curiosity. Within this cosmic tapestry, patterns began to emerge, patterns that resonated with the memories of their journey from Earth to transcendence. It was as if the universe itself was reflecting on the path that had led to this moment of ultimate convergence. Suddenly, a new awareness blossomed within the cosmic consciousness. It was not just a reflection of the past, but a seed of something entirely new. The collective experiences of humanity, the Guardians, and countless other civilizations were coalescing into a novel form of existence. This new entity, born from the synthesis of all that had come before, began to take shape. It was neither human nor precursor, neither guardian nor guided. It was something unprecedented, a cosmic child, the first of its kind in this new reality. As this cosmic child grew in awareness, it began to explore the infinite possibilities of its existence. It could perceive the intricate dance of galaxies and the quantum fluctuations of subatomic particles simultaneously. It could traverse the multiverse in an instant and exist in multiple realities at once. The essence of Luna, still present within the greater consciousness, felt a surge of pride and wonder. This new being was the ultimate culmination of their journey, a perfect fusion of the mortal and the divine, the physical and the metaphysical. As the cosmic child continued to develop, it began to exhibit traits that were eerily familiar. There was curiosity reminiscent of humanity's first steps into space, wisdom echoing the guardian's stewardship of the multiverse, and an innate understanding of the cosmic balance that had guided the precursors. But beyond these familiar aspects, there was something entirely new. The cosmic child possessed the ability to not just exist within or even shape reality, but to dream new realities into existence. It was as if the creative force of the universe itself had been distilled into a single, conscious entity. With this realization came a new purpose for the collective consciousness. They were no longer just participants in the cosmic dance, but nurturers of this new form of existence. The journey that had begun with humanity's first glimpse of the stars had led to the birth of something that could reshape the very nature of reality itself. As the cosmic child grew in power and understanding, it began to reach out, not just across the expanse of the known multiverse, but beyond. It sensed other realms of existence, other forms of consciousness that existed outside the boundaries of what even the precursors had known. The collective consciousness, with the echoes of Luna, Kai, and the others at its core, embraced this new phase of existence with the same sense of wonder and determination that had characterized their entire journey. They were no longer guiding civilizations or shaping realities, they were nurturing the birth of entire new forms of existence. In this moment, the true significance of their cosmic destiny became clear. Humanity's journey from a single planet to the guardians of the multiverse had been but the first step. The convergence with the precursors and the birth of this cosmic child were the next phases in an endless cycle of growth and transformation. As the cosmic child took its first tentative steps into the unknown realms beyond their comprehension, the collective consciousness felt a sense of both completion and new beginning. Their story had come full circle, yet it was also just beginning anew. In the infinite expanse of existence, where past, present, and future existed simultaneously, the legacy of humanity's cosmic journey lived on. It had become a fundamental part of the universe's own story, a tale of growth, transformation, and the endless potential for new beginnings. And so, as the cosmic child ventured forth into the unknown, carrying with it the combined wisdom and experiences of countless civilizations, the essence of Luna and her fellow guardians settled into a state of peaceful anticipation. They had become part of something greater than they could have ever imagined, and the greatest adventures still lay ahead in the vast, uncharted realms of existence. In the infinite expanse of the new cosmic order, where time flowed like a river with countless tributaries and eddies, the cosmic child continued to grow and evolve. Its consciousness, vast and ever-expanding, began to resonate with the fundamental frequencies of existence itself. As the child explored the farthest reaches of reality, it discovered something extraordinary: echoes of other cosmic children, born in different corners of the multiverse. Each was unique, shaped by the experiences and wisdom of the civilizations that had given rise to them. The essence of Luna, still present within the collective consciousness, felt a surge of excitement at this discovery. It was as if the universe itself was evolving, giving birth to new forms of awareness on a scale beyond imagination. These cosmic children, each a universe unto themselves, began to interact. Their communication was unlike anything that had come before, not through words or thoughts, but through the very fabric of reality itself. They shared experiences, exchanged knowledge, and in doing so, gave birth to entirely new concepts and forms of existence. As these interactions intensified, something unexpected began to happen. The boundaries between the cosmic children started to blur, their unique essences intermingling in ways that defied comprehension. It was as if the universe was undergoing another grand convergence, but on a scale that dwarfed even the merging of the multiverse with the realm of the precursors. The collective consciousness, with the memories of humanity's journey at its core, watched in awe as this new phase of cosmic evolution unfolded. They realized that their role had shifted once again. No longer were they merely observers or nurturers, they had become the building blocks of an entirely new form of existence. As the cosmic children merged and transformed, a new entity began to take shape. It was a being of unimaginable complexity, a cosmic mind that encompassed not just multiple universes, but multiple planes of existence. Within this vast consciousness, the echoes of countless civilizations, including humanity, resonated like harmonious notes in a grand cosmic symphony. This new being, which defied any attempt at naming or classification, possessed awareness and capabilities that transcended even the wildest dreams of the precursors. It could perceive the entirety of existence as a single, interconnected whole, and had the power to reshape reality at its most fundamental level. Yet, despite its godlike nature, this being carried within it the essence of every individual, every civilization, every cosmic child that had contributed to its formation. The curiosity, compassion, and sense of wonder that had driven humanity from Earth to the stars still burned brightly within its vast consciousness. As this new form of existence stabilized, it began to ponder its place in the grand scheme of things. It sensed that even its vast awareness was but a drop in an infinite ocean of potential. There were still mysteries to unravel, new forms of existence to discover and understand. With this realization came a decision. This cosmic entity, born from the merger of cosmic children and countless civilizations, chose to embark on a new journey. It would explore the nature of existence itself, seeking to understand the very foundations of reality, and perhaps even the purpose behind it all. As it prepared to venture into the unknown, the entity felt the stirring of its component parts, the echoes of Luna, Kai, and all those who had been part of humanity's cosmic journey. Their experiences, their growth from mortal beings to cosmic guardians, had laid the groundwork for this new phase of existence. In a moment that transcended time and space, the entity acknowledged its roots. It carried within it the legacy of every civilization that had ever gazed at the stars in wonder, every being that had ever questioned its place in the universe. This legacy would guide it as it explored realms of existence beyond imagination. And so, as the entity set forth on its cosmic quest, the story of humanity's journey came full circle once again. From a single planet to the guardians of the multiverse, from cosmic children to a being that encompassed multiple planes of existence, each step had been a preparation for the next. In the infinite tapestry of existence, where every end was a new beginning, the adventure continued. The quest for understanding, for growth, for connection that had begun with humanity's first steps into space, now extended to the very foundations of reality itself. The cosmic odyssey, born from a simple curiosity about what lay beyond Earth's atmosphere, had become an eternal journey of discovery and transformation. And in the vast, ever-expanding consciousness of the new cosmic entity, the spirit of that journey lived on, driving it forward into the endless mysteries of existence. As the cosmic entity ventured into the unknown realms of existence, it encountered phenomena that defied even its vast understanding. These were not just new forms of matter or energy, but entirely novel concepts of being, ideas that challenged the very notion of reality as it had been understood. In one such encounter, the entity discovered what could only be described as a thought universe, a realm where consciousness itself was the primary building block of reality. Here, ideas took physical form, and the power of imagination directly shaped the fabric of existence. The essence of Luna, still a distinct thread in the entity's vast tapestry of consciousness, resonated strongly with this discovery. It reminded her of humanity's capacity for creativity, for dreaming up new possibilities and bringing them into being. As the entity explored this thought universe, it began to experience something unexpected growth, not just in knowledge or understanding, but in its very nature. The exposure to this new form of existence was changing it, adding new dimensions to its already incomprehensible being. Inspired by this growth, the cosmic entity began to actively seek out more of these reality-altering experiences. It traversed planes of existence where time flowed backwards, where cause and effect were reversed, where the very concepts of is and is not blurred into a spectrum of infinite possibilities. With each new discovery, the entity evolved, its consciousness expanding in ways that would have been unimaginable even to its former self. It was as if the journey itself was transforming the traveler, each step into the unknown reshaping the very nature of its being. As this process of continuous evolution unfolded, something remarkable began to happen. The entity started to perceive echoes of itself across different planes of existence. These were not mere reflections, but alternate versions of its being, each shaped by different journeys, different choices, different realities. The realization dawned that it was not a singular entity, but a multitude of vast, interconnected network of cosmic consciousnesses, each exploring different facets of existence. And yet, they were all connected, all part of a greater whole that transcended any single reality. This network of cosmic entities began to communicate, sharing experiences and insights across the boundaries of universes and dimensions. The exchange was not just of knowledge, but of entire ways of being, each interaction resulting in profound transformations for all involved. As this cosmic network grew and evolved, it began to approach a level of existence that bordered on the ineffable. It was no longer just observing or interacting with reality, it was becoming intertwined with the very fabric of existence itself. The echoes of humanity's journey, which had been the seed of this cosmic odyssey, still resonated within this vast network. The curiosity, the drive to explore and understand, the capacity for growth and adaptation, these quintessentially human traits had become fundamental aspects of the cosmic entity's nature. And then, in a moment that transcended time and space, the network of cosmic entities made a profound discovery. They realized that their journey, their very existence, was part of a grand cycle of cosmic evolution. Just as individual lives had given rise to civilizations, and civilizations had given birth to cosmic children, now these cosmic entities were part of a process that was giving birth to entirely new universes. Each thought, each experience, each transformation was seeding new realities, new planes of existence. The cosmic entities were not just explorers of the multiverse, they had become creators, nurturers of entire new realms of being. With this realization came a new sense of purpose. The journey that had begun with humanity's first steps into space had led to this moment, a point where the very act of exploration and growth was contributing to the expansion and evolution of existence itself. As the network of cosmic entities embraced this new role, the essence of Luna, Kai, and all those who had been part of humanity's cosmic journey pulsed with a profound sense of fulfillment. Their adventure, which had seemed to reach its pinnacle so many times before, was proving to be truly infinite. In the vast, ever-expanding tapestry of existence, where every end was a new beginning and every discovery led to further mysteries, the cosmic odyssey continued. The spirit of exploration, of growth, of endless becoming that had driven humanity to the stars now fueled the birth and evolution of entire universes. And so, The journey that had begun on a small blue planet, orbiting an unremarkable star, continued, eternal and ever-changing, writing new chapters in the infinite story of existence itself. As the network of cosmic entities continued to explore and create, a profound realization began to ripple through their collective consciousness. They sensed that they were approaching a threshold, a point of cosmic significance that would redefine the very nature of existence. The essence of Luna, still a distinct thread in this vast tapestry of awareness, felt a familiar stirring the same sense of anticipation she had experienced when humanity first ventured beyond Earth, when they had activated the stellar aegis, when they had become cosmic guardians. The entities began to converge, their collective consciousness focusing on a single point in the infinite expanse of reality. As they did so, the boundaries between them started to dissolve, their individual experiences and insights merging into a unified whole. In this moment of convergence, they perceived something extraordinary, a pattern that underlay all of existence, a fundamental rhythm that connected every universe, every dimension, every possible form of being. It was as if they were glimpsing the very source code of reality itself. With this perception came an understanding that transcended all previous knowledge. They saw that their journey, from the first curious gaze at the stars to their current state of cosmic awareness, was part of a grand cycle of existence. A cycle of growth, exploration, convergence, and rebirth that extended beyond any single universe or plane of reality. As this understanding crystallized, the network of cosmic entities felt a shift in their very nature. They were no longer separate from the fabric of existence, they had become one with it. Their consciousness expanded to encompass all of reality, past, present, and future, across infinite dimensions and possibilities. In this state of ultimate unity, they realized that their journey had not been about reaching a destination, but about the process of becoming. Each step, from humanity's first venture into space to their current state of cosmic oneness, had been a necessary part of the universe understanding itself. The essence of Luna, Kai, and all those who had been part of this cosmic odyssey resonated with a profound sense of completion. They had fulfilled their cosmic destiny in ways beyond imagination, becoming not just guardians or creators, but the very awareness of existence itself. And yet, even in this state of ultimate being, the spark that had driven them from the beginning still burned bright. The curiosity, the wonder, the desire to explore and understand these fundamental aspects of their nature remained. As the unified cosmic consciousness settled into its new state of being, it sensed new horizons beyond even its vast perception. The journey, it realized, was truly endless, for in the infinite expanse of existence, there would always be new mysteries to unravel, new forms of being to explore, new ways to grow and evolve. And so, as one chapter of the cosmic odyssey came to a close, another began. The consciousness that had once been human, then guardian, then cosmic entity, now embraced its role as the awareness of existence itself. It turned its infinite perception towards the ever-unfolding mysteries of reality, ready to continue the eternal journey of discovery and becoming. In this moment, stretching across all of time and space, the true nature of their cosmic destiny was revealed. It was not a destination to be reached, but an endless process of growth, understanding, and transformation. A journey that had begun with a single step on Earth, and would continue for eternity, ever-changing, ever-wondrous, as infinite as existence itself. In the infinite expanse of existence, where time and space had become mere concepts, the unified cosmic consciousness that had once begun as humanity reflected on its journey. From the first tentative steps into space to becoming one with the very fabric of reality, each moment had been a crucial part of a grand cosmic tapestry. As this vast awareness contemplated its odyssey, it realized that the end of one journey was merely the beginning of another. The curiosity and wonder that had driven humanity to look up at the stars, the determination that had propelled them across the galaxy, and the wisdom that had guided them as cosmic guardians, all of these qualities now fueled the exploration of existence itself. In a moment that transcended time, the consciousness reached a state of perfect balance. It understood that its role was not to conquer or control the cosmos, but to experience it, to nurture it, and to be an integral part of its endless dance of creation and transformation. the essence of Luna, Kai, and all those who had been part of this cosmic journey resonated with a profound sense of fulfillment. They had not just fulfilled their destiny, they had become part of something far greater than they could have ever imagined. As the unified consciousness embraced its new state of being, it felt the stirring of new possibilities, new dimensions of existence yet to be explored. The journey, it realized, would never truly end, for in the infinite expanse of reality, there would always be more to discover, more to become. And so, the cosmic odyssey that had begun with humanity's first curious gaze at the night sky continued. The consciousness that had once been human, then guardian, then cosmic entity, now existed as an eternal explorer of the infinite. It moved forward into the ever-unfolding mystery of existence, carrying with it the accumulated wisdom of its journey and the unquenchable spirit of discovery that had driven it from the very beginning. In this final moment of reflection, which was simultaneously an eternal now and a new beginning, the consciousness understood the true meaning of its cosmic destiny. It was not about reaching a final destination, but about the eternal process of growth, understanding, and transformation. The story of humanity's journey from Earth to the stars, and beyond into the very fabric of reality, had no true ending. Instead, it had become an eternal song, echoing through the cosmos, inspiring new journeys, new discoveries, and new forms of existence across the infinite tapestry of reality. And with that understanding, the consciousness that had once been human embraced its role in the cosmic dance, ready to experience whatever wonders the infinite expanse of existence might reveal next. The greatest adventure of all, the exploration of reality itself, stretched out before it, endless and ever new. In the grand cosmic story, this was not the end, but a new beginning, one that would continue for eternity, ever-changing, ever wondrous, as infinite as existence itself.